Hi, and welcome to Wendy Rae's Idol Recap. Well, what a surprise. We tuned in thinking we were going to see the top 10 girls, and it was the top 10 guys. Poor Crystal Bowersox. I am just sick that she's sick. I'm so sad. You know, I love her to death, and I think she's so talented, and I hope that she gets well soon so that she can grace us with her presence again. All right, I'm not sure if you noticed this, but when they introduced the judges, Kara's left arm was blurred, like they were trying to censor something that she may have been doing inappropriate. And I'm kind of bummed because I really wish I could have seen what she was doing because that's kind of not Kara-ish. It's more Paula-ish. So if you know what she was doing behind that censor, let me know. I'd like to hear from you. They started out the evening with Michael Lynch. They showed some video clips of him doing some musical theater, which was hysterical. I mean, that was so funny. And then that whole curling errand, did you think that was so funny? I thought that was really cute as well. And then he goes out there and he just nails it. I mean, his performance was awesome. He's fun to watch. He's got a great voice. The judges gave him tons of kudos, and he deserved it. My favorite part of his performance was at the very end when Ryan asked him about when he got the notification that the guys were performing instead of the girls. And he said, well, I got it about 10 o'clock this morning while I was getting my pedicure. While I was at the gym. I thought that was really cute. Just shows what a great personality this kid's got. Next up was John Park. Now, John Park sang Gravity. And as you know, I really enjoyed his performance last week. I thought it was really good. And a lot of people disagreed with me. But I thought he was consistent and he was hitting most of the notes. This week, it was awful. I mean, for lack of better words, it was awful. Randy said it was flat and pitchy. That's exactly what it was. And I think John may be going home. I think this may be it for John, which I'm sad about. But he hasn't proved to be the same John that I saw during his audition. So it may be time for him to go. But I'll be sad to see him go because I really like John. Next up was Casey James. Now, you know I love Casey. I have a little bit of a crush on him. You know, it's our secret. Remember, don't tell my husband. But I wasn't real excited about his performance last night. Now, don't get me wrong. When he came out with that guitar and he started playing, I was all into that. I was thinking, yeah, right. But then I didn't like the singing. I didn't like the song choice. The whole thing was kind of messy to me. He sang I Don't Want to Be. And Randy and Ellen were, giving him kudos, telling me he did good. And then they got to Kara, and she said, you took 2 steps backwards. And that's exactly what I thought. This was the worst performance I've seen by Casey, which is really disappointing to me because, I love Casey. I'm not worried about him. I think he'll be here for a long time. So I'm not worried. I just really want him to go back to what he was doing or whatever he was doing. I'm not really sure what it was, to be honest with you, but just go back and do it. That's my advice for Casey. Next up was Alex Lambert. Now, I'm not sure if you noticed, but right before he started, when they were in the red room, Michael Lynch and Andrew Garcia they were putting their heads together, acting all goofy, and I love to see the contestants' personalities, and there obviously are a lot of big personalities with this year's group, which is kind of fun to watch. I also like the video clip of Alex when he was talking about his stage fright and how he throws up before he does stuff. I mean, God love the poor kid. And then he takes the stage and he's sitting on that stool with his guitar, and I'm thinking, oh God, he looks like he's going to throw up again. But then he settled in and he relaxed and he was calm. And I think he did a great job. I was thrilled. I was so proud of him. I liked how Ellen referred to him as a ripe banana now. So Alex, I mean, great job. The tone of his voice is ridiculous. I mean, I love it so much. I think he's amazing. Now, I will tell you, I think Simon was right when he said, you don't think you can win this competition. Because that's Alex's problem right there. He's really talented. He's got a beautiful tone. He has no confidence, and he doesn't think he can win. He'll be fine if he goes out this week because he was just happy to be there. I want him to change that attitude and think, I can win this so that he can get pretty far, if not take it all at the very end. Next up was Todrick Hall. I'm a Todrick fan, but I think that he's getting a raw deal, to be honest with you. He's changing up the music, and so far they've not liked his change-up. They didn't like last week's, and then this week his Tina Turner, What's Love Got to Do with It? He didn't like that. They didn't like that either. I don't think he's doing a bad job. Would people buy these records? No, but it's fun to watch, and I think he's doing a great job. They tell him that what he has to do is not change him up so much, keep it more to the original. So what he's going to do next week is he's going to get up there and he's going to sing the song just as it was recorded. And the judges are going to tell him, well, that was too much like the original. So I think Todrick can't win for losing, which makes me feel bad. So what I want Todrick to do is just stick to what he wants to do. Don't worry about the judges and get out there and have fun. Because when he does that, I think the audience likes it. That's my own 2 cents. Next was Jermaine Sellers. Now, you got to love this guy's personality. He's really funny. He has a lot of personality. What about rocking the onesie? I mean, that was hysterical. But since we've been in the live shows, he can't sing. I don't know what's happened. I called him a standout from his original audition. I thought he was fabulous in Hollywood. And then he gets to the live shows and he falls apart. The only thing I can think is what Ellen keeps telling him is that he's pushing too hard. And that's probably what it is. Jermaine, relax and just sing like you did in your audition city, and possibly you'll start hitting those notes, because it's just not working for him right now. And it's really depressing to me because, I do like Jermaine. I like Jermaine a lot. Oh, and Simon's going to go to church with him, so we'll have to hear about how that went. Then we saw Andrew Garcia. He sang Give Me Something, and I think he did a pretty good job. Was it my favorite Andrew Garcia performance? Absolutely not. I think the judges had it right when they said that he set the bar too high for himself doing the Paula Abdul straight-up version that he did the first round of Hollywood Week, because we expect more from him and he's not delivering. In fact, I think he's going backwards a little bit, which is a bummer. I still think he's one of the best in the competition. I will maintain that until he does something really wrong, because he can sing the phone book. He's got an amazing voice, but he's going to have to change it up next week so that he really one-ups or three-ups himself from the Paula Abdul, or he's just going to keep getting dogged by the judges. Then we saw Aaron Kelly. He sang My Girl. I wasn't real excited about this song, only because I like him doing that country stuff. And you've only got a few weeks right in the beginning where you can do anything you want, and then you're going to be stuck doing the genre that's required of you that week. And so I really want Aaron to stay with the country vibe. He's really good at it. My Girl just didn't seem right for him. He sang it nice. It was lovely and pleasant, but I want to see more from Aaron in the future weeks. I think he'll be with us for a while because, there's a bunch of people out there that just absolutely adore him. But next week, I want him to do some country for us. Tim Urban came up next, and I'm not a big Tim Urban fan, never have been, but he redeemed himself last night. I think he did a great job. I was very proud of him, and I kind of want to take back what I've said about him a little bit. I think he stayed on key most of the time. He sounded current. He sang Come On, Get High, and he did an excellent job with it. I was really proud of Tim, and I think he deserves to stay in the competition, so I take back what I said last week. Finally, we had Lee DeWise. Now, since day one, when we first met him in Hollywood, I have been a Lee fan. I love this guy. I think his voice is awesome. I love the raspiness in it. He reminds me of David Cook. I think he's really cool. Last night when he took the stage and he started out, that first part of the song was amazing. I was so excited. And then the chorus hit and he got pitchy again, which kind of bothers me a little bit about him. I want him to get that under control because he is amazing, and he's probably one of the best singers in the competition. He's just got to get that pitchiness under control. Simon said he's head and shoulders above everybody else. I don't know that he's that good. I mean, I think he can go toe-to-toe with some other people pretty well, but I don't know that he's head and shoulders above everybody else in the competition. But, Simon is a big Lee fan, but Lee did a great job. So here are my top three from last night. From last night, my top three are Michael Lynch, Lee DeWise, and you may be surprised when I say this, but Alex Lambert. I was really proud of him, and I think he did amazing. Who do I think is going home? It's really hard to tell, but if we were based just on singing, just on the performances last night, it would have to be John Park and Jermaine Sellers. Now, do I think that that's the way it's going to go? Who knows? Because America's voting, and it's who they like. And I think Jermaine has a pretty strong base of people that are voting for him. So it could be anybody's game. Who knows? But that's who I think should go home, is John Park and Jermaine Sellers. I'm excited to watch the girls. I cannot wait. I will meet you back here tomorrow so we can discuss their performances. Hugs to you all and make it a great day. Bye-bye.